Nobutaro Okazaki was 62 years old when his sons, 25-year-old Robert and 22-year-old Maz, received orders from the BC Security Commission to report to a roadwork camp. One of the first members of the Nisei mass evacuation group, Robert was adamantly opposed to the separation of families and refused to abandon his aging father. The government refused to negotiate with the group. In protest and in solidarity with all the men who had been separated from their families and arrested, Robert and 66 other members demanded to be jailed in the Vancouver Immigration Building. An obvious attempt to silence the jailed members of the group, the Security Commission suspended visits by their family and friends. When officials refused to meet with the men, their anger and agitation boiled over and they rioted. Robert Okazaki wrote that 4 years in a prisoner of war camp took away many opportunities, including his access to higher education. Before the war, he was a published author of short stories in a local Japanese newspaper and a talented artist who attended the Vancouver School of Art. He kept incredibly busy in Angler and continued to paint, but after he was released, starting over, rebuilding his life, and raising a family took all his time and energy. Sadly, 9 POWs did not make it out alive. The oldest was Risaburo Kawaguchi, 59, a widower with no dependents. The youngest was Isamu Hori, who died at just 20 years of age. The first funeral in camp for Masanao Shirakawa, 46, left the men feeling a deep, empty, melancholy sense of loss. Reverend Mitsubayashi conducted a traditional Buddhist funeral service in the recreation hall, and 10 POWs were permitted to attend his burial outside the gates. Yoichi Takaoka, 51, spent over 3 years in confinement and longed for the day he would be free again. He was survived by his wife, Nobuko, and 2 young sons. Even in death, Kisao Kanesashi, who died of heart failure at 52 years of age, couldn't escape the clutches of the government, who sought $60 from his estate to pay for his cremation. Huge timber wolves are roaming outside the camp in search of food. At night, I listen to their plaintive howling. I think of their freedom. This is a zoo, and we are the caged animals. We were all issued POW uniforms. The pants had a red stripe down both legs, and on the back of our uniforms was a 12-inch red circle. The younger men enthusiastically changed into their uniforms, thinking the red circle symbolized Japan's flag, but their glee was short-lived when Mr. Endo informed them that the circle was actually a target for the guards to shoot at if they try to escape.